To the bench, and it is the first week in November and the last 2 months of 2020 and the first week of my building of the Polar Lights 1/350th scale USS Enterprise Refit. So when I start doing this, you'll see I'm going to break it down into sections. With a build this big, yeah, it's got to be done in sub-assemblies and certain things done before other things are done and all that. So please stay following along. This should be a great and fun build. I really look forward to building the ship after having it in my stash for so long. And I did text my daughter at AIT and said, hey honey, guess what? I'm starting on the big ship. She goes, about dang time. So with that, guys, thank you for watching, and if you're new to my channel, please click on the subscribe button. Click on the little bell. You'll be notified every time I upload a video. And if you have questions about something I've done, or questions about something you want to try, comments, concerns, hoorahs, whatever, please leave them in the comment section. I usually respond within 12 to 24 hours. So with that, guys, let's get to the bench and get started on this ship. Well, before I get started on the Enterprise, I thought I'd give you guys, if you haven't seen my studio. So yes, there's the builds, the tool bench, the spray box with 2 kits I'm working on. Some other stuff, I got to really start getting through that and sort it. My clear glosses, my paints, my rattle can paints, and yes, the Enterprise, and then some other things, and then the mess that is under there in my stash, and then some of my builds and some of my dad's collectibles, and love having those. And then more of the builds, and then my paint rack, at least for the Tamiya's, because I bought a rack that's supposed to hold these, but yeah, it doesn't. And then the pewter, and then the future build, my little work area to keep parts on, and the fun part of the desk, the mess that is BTM scale modeling. So yay. So when I come back, we'll start looking at plans on what I'm going to do with first on the Enterprise. So see you soon. Alright guys, before I get started on the Enterprise, I want to show you a little bit of what I'm working on, and it is the Mobius Grim Reaper. Let me zoom out a little bit. And I'm building this for my dear friend and my daughter. Special request from my daughter to do this, and it does have effects. It has flickering red LED SMDs up here to have a flickering red eyes, and then I have cool white breathing LEDs, and then I found a company that I can get a lightning effects board on, and I'm going to do light under the fog to help simulate lightning and see the fog moving as it's breathing. And then the first time I've ever done this, guys, is I used fiberfill, and I created a smoke column, and let me see, so I created a fire on this. So with that, guys, I'm gonna let this get good and dry, and when I get this done, while I'm working on the Enterprise, I will show you with all the effects on it. So I got to get this desk cleaned up, and we'll get to the Enterprise. Alright guys, so yeah, at the desk. So one of the things with doing a build as big as the Starship Enterprise is, you got to break it down. And so I'm going to help you with that, what I'm going to do. First, this is the instruction manual from Tenant Control Lighting, and guys, read it, go through it, study it, and he gives you everything you need to know, and the board and all the different connections and all that fun stuff. So yes, there's that. Then there's the photo etch, and probably what I'm going to do first and foremost is I'm going to start working on some of the small stuff like the shuttle bay that I can get done, and the arboretum, stuff that I can knock out hopefully relatively quick and still make it look good. But what I wanted to show you, when you buy the board that I did from Tenant Controls, I want to show you everything you get, because I bought with all the lighting too. First, 2 speakers. Awesome. Helps with the weapons. And then not only the computer board, but then the little baggies. So in this, it gives you extra wiring, shrink tubing, all the switches you need for his board, and then the blue chiller grill strips. And then in the other bag, you got LED strip tape. Awesome. 5mm red LEDs. 3mm white LEDs. Resistors. Blue LEDs, 5mm. SMDs. Red 1.8mm LEDs. Yellow 3mm LEDs. And then here's the fun thing. Here's the dish impulse crystal of the amber and blue. So yes, definitely keep an eye on these, because these, as you can tell, those 3 different little things, and follow the instructions with those. Then yellow SMDs. Then we go to green 3mm, white 1.8s, and then just a special resistor for the bridge lighting. So, yay, awesome, great, fun. Look forward to getting into this, but I want to show you this because yes, this is a project all on its own, lighting this girl, and yeah, but I'm not anywhere near ready to start the lighting. So let me get this all put away, and I'll show you what I am talking about getting started on. Well, hey, happy election day, everyone, and welcome back. Hope you got out and voted. I know I did, and did some other errands. But back at the bench, gonna get more started on the refit. So, like I said, guys, you want to find a spot to try to start. I mean, this thing is big, and it's like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So what I'm starting with, as you can tell, is I've already started on the arboretum, and I've cut and I'll sand down the trees that I had. I got other things to make this, sorry, let me zoom out a little bit, to make this look better and more for what I want. Plus I got the photo etch to go on those back walls, so yay. Also, I'm starting work on the photo etch on the shuttle bay. And I will show you how I do that and all that. And then I started cutting apart the 4 or 5 year old photo etch I got, and most of it came apart awesome, and then some parts, just because they were old and corroded, just went so I had to look at getting another one to come in to replace some of these. And as you can tell, if I can bring that up, oh sorry, yeah, so where there's corrosion, it definitely went kaput. So there's some things I'm having to wait on, but I started getting things out. But the thing I learned, because like I said, I watch videos, I study, I research, and I was watching the Trex Work channel on YouTube, Boyd, and he did his refit a long time ago. So, but one of the things he was talking about, because I do use, let me grab it. I use the the micro mask on a lot of things, but he made a good point, especially like right here. As you can see, there's so much detail in there, but the micro mask sometimes won't come out. So he said, I just use this. So I ran a little bit last night, give it a shot. So as you can see, there's those. And basically all you got to do is very carefully just get your X-Acto knife in there, and if it'll do it well, and then just, you want to be careful not to try to scratch the clear piece. Just trying to get it in there enough to get it up. Yeah, and like I said, I've never used this effect or done this technique before, so I'm still learning. But like that, boom, it came out, and it's very nice and clean. So I'm gonna get these out and make sure, and then I'm gonna get working on this, and I will show you how I do that too. So stay with me, guys, and we'll really get going on this build. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna try this new masking technique and give her a shot. So basically I've got a paper towel to help and some Q-tips. So what you want to do, from the way I understand it, is just you add some, and from what I understand, it's supposed to start settling, and if it needs a little help, you can help it. That's henceforth the Q-tips. So it's not as liquidy as I want it. And you got to be careful about the air bubbles, guys. Especially because you're going to paint it, you don't want to have any air bubbles. So keep a toothpick. And I remember this stuff as a kid seemed to do a heck of a lot more than it is, but definitely, square away the holes, and then, trying to get it all flattened. It should settle and gravitate. So that's that one. I also have stuff I got at Home Depot. This is interior glue, and it's like a damn liquid. Trust me, guys. And that was what I first had. So because I like the way it did better than coming out thick, and I mean, you can tell this glue's not bad. It's just, I don't know. Keep an eye on it. So for the big part here, I will try to show you that I use this one. And like you said, you'll see it likes to definitely come out. So we'll do that. Get another paper towel here. Kind of strip it up. And we'll start just getting this stuff to lay down. And then I'll go back over, like I said, with a Q-tip and clean it up better. So like I said, guys, you can try this or not. Like I said, this is my first time doing this, so I want to give it a shot and see how well it helps. So again, I'm just going to take a piece of paper towel and just, I'm not pressing hard. I want to make sure it gets all everywhere where we want it to, everywhere I need it to be. Because there's a lot of great detail to the Arboretum. So I just want to make sure that it is in there. And as you can tell, some of this stuff just does not want to play nice. So I'll use this. And then do this. Do this. Just get this stuff all gooey around. See if I get it in there settled nice. Because like I said, I want to take off the detail, or not the detail, but I want to take it from the spots that I want to make sure get paint. So get you wiped up. And yes, it is very messy, guys. So let's see how we did here. Because like I said, I want to get that little bit of detail that's in there and make sure that I can get it all up and show it. I just want it to stay at the window, or the layers that help let the light through, nothing else. So the messy world of modeling, I tell you. So let me get this finished up, and I'll share with you when I get it done. Okay, guys, that's where it is, where I'm gonna call it good. I mean, I do like it. Definitely different technique to use, and I mean it's pretty cool. Definitely get you some small hobby Q-tips like these guys. These are the cotton swabs. I love them because they have that little bit of detail that you kind of need. So with that, guys, I'm going to finish doing a little bit of the wipe down, and then we'll get started on the shuttle bay. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, guys, let me zoom out. So getting back to the shuttle bay, and you're going to have to do some window work. You're going to have to actually drill some out, or you don't. It's your kit. Do what you want. But there's a photo etch piece for this bay right here, or this area. And you got, if you don't drill it out, you're good. But if you do, sorry guys, it's not staying in camera. If you do, I thought you were always in, okay, let's try this. But if you do, as you can tell, you're going to want to make sure that you square up the holes too. So that's what I'm working on right now. So I'm going to get both of these ready to go, and then yay, we're on to doing photo etch. But the thing is, make sure you can go, you know, I used a round drill bit, and then, but guys, if you don't have these files yet, and I mean, I have a plethora of files, you want to grab some because it's going to make doing this simpler. I mean, you don't get a lot, but you can, you know, you have to work into it, but as you can tell, you can, and it'll help you square up these bigger holes, and you're not trying to drill bit them, because I've done that. I've used drill bits to actually try to square around, and then those things, sometimes they work great, and sometimes it's like, what the heck did I just think? But yeah, so file, and if it's big enough, you know, small sanding stick. So I'm going to get working on this, and then when I get these up and ready to go, we'll start doing photo etch. Alright guys, I've gotten things cut, trimmed out, and taken care of. So with that being said, there's some things I would suggest you might look into getting. One, these. You can find them in Home Depot, or you can go to Hobby Lobby or any store, but these are very good, sharp scissors. These are actually the Fiskars. This is what I've been using for years, is these. They're great for getting in there and trimming these out. And I know you can, you know, some of them you're going to have a flat X-Acto knife blade, and but you want to have a piece of like tile or marble, stone tile, whatever. Do that. But also, again, get a good file. Now the other thing I wanted to share with you is I've been using these two tweezers for a long time. They've been my kind of go-to. I love them, but there's one problem. I need to be able to get and be able to fit into tight spaces like this, and yeah, sometimes that is crazy. So what I did, like any good model builder will do, I started looking into stuff, and I found these on Amazon, and I just typed in modeling tweezers, and this Pixnor came up. And the great thing is, for about 10, maybe 15 bucks or whatever, I grabbed a pack, and in that pack was 10 tweezers. So you get long, shorts, you know, you can tell, and then you got the curved ones. But I love these guys. These things are fantastic. They're awesome. They're great. Not that I still don't love my old ones, but hey, yeah. I decided to get some better tweezers because with these, I can get in here and get onto the detail a lot better and be a little bit more comfortable with it than these guys. I love these guys, but hey. So, now I'm going to show you some photo etch, and I'm not going to not going to show you the whole thing because, well, that's boring, but I want to show you kind of what I do, and you can use it or do whatever you feel more comfortable with. This is just technique I've adapted to, and it's come great. So the first thing is, make sure you have your photo etch instructions out. It's just a good thing to get back to eyeballing. Second thing is, like I said, I've gotten everything trimmed and got all the weird parts off that need to be off. So we're going to keep working on this, and it doesn't really give you a good idea of which side these are supposed to go on. So I've been going on the outside because that's what it looked like, or this side is what it looked like with the instructions. So I'm going to zoom in and show you what I do. So I got a piece of scrap cardboard. I'm going to drop a CA on there. I know which one I'm going to start with. I want to try to finish up this front section. So I got my toothpick. And basically I just kind of dab it in, and then I come back here and just lightly put it on there. And then I'm going to grab one of these guys, and sometimes you kind of got to be for weird with them, and get it matched up, get it set down in there, and sometimes they go a little crazy. That's the great thing about these tweezers, is I can manipulate this a little bit more, a little bit better. Sometimes you just gotta take your finger and do it. There we go. And then I just use them to squeeze on, and there we go. Then I just kind of go back and eyeball, and if it doesn't look right, I will do it again. And there. That's better. Almost better. There. And there we go. So I just kind of keep a look, and yeah, there we go. It's nice. So if you had to do it a couple of times, one thing you can do, and sorry if I go out of camera, is I'll go and I'll just take a little bit more and just tweak it into that thing, into that where I mounted it. Then I will take my tweezers and just firmly set it. Now, if you look at the instructions, you're going to have some that show you're going to have a big part. So here is one of the big ones. And the other thing I like to do is I go and I try to get it all test fitted first, just to make sure I'm happy with it, make sure I did it right, and get it on there. So I'm gonna do this next one, and try not to bury my toothpick in the CA. So if you do that, I have a plethora of toothpicks here. So again, just taking my point, and I'm just gonna slowly and easily add some CA to this, so it does what it needs. Okay, so now get this piece back up, and get it set in there like so. And then sometimes you might have to use your fingers to help set it, kind of like that. And then sometimes, like, you'll see that little foot there there wasn't enough CA to hold it, so I'll add a little more, and then I'll just use my tweezers to help push it back on and make sure it's set down. So there's that one. Yay! Let me zoom out just a bit in case I keep going off. I was trying to hopefully give you guys a good shot. And sometimes what they'll do, you might have to hold it for a second. Or if you really want to try, you got Instaset, you got Accelerator. I have that too. I try not to use it, especially on the details like this, because then I have to go through with a Q-tip, and trying to clean the whole thing out is a pain in the butt. So, next piece. Like I said, I just want to show you the pieces that I'm doing right now. One of each of the pieces. And the funny thing is, this is where most of the craziness of the detail is. And so. Okay. And voila. Almost voila. Voila. Like I said, just make sure you got it down where you want it. Very good. And like I said, I just go in with my tweezers and I push into it. So that's another there. And then we'll do the window. And before we do that, we got one other piece we need to take care of for the I'm going to show you. And that is this one, huh? And you look at the instructions, you go, oh my God, that thing says it has part of the shuttle bay built. And the easiest way sometimes to do these guys is to make sure that you don't have it all completely built. You can maybe do a couple of sub-assemblies, but trust me, I've tried to do a bunch of stuff, and then the next thing I know, it's like, oh my God, I got to take it apart just to make sure it actually fits right, so I can get it where I need it. And there's nothing more frustrating than you did a lot of work getting that pre-built or that sub-assembly done, and yeah, then something happens like, oh my gosh, why, what, that couldn't be put after I got this done. So like I said, I will study these things for a while, and go from there. But well, might need to come up just a bit. There we go. And then, like I said, I just go in, and that's why I love having these guys, because they're small enough that I could just do a pinch like that and be good. And if you think, oh my God, I got too much C anyway, have a Q-tip, and you can just go in and get it wiped out before it gets too hard set. So there's that one. And the last thing we're going to do before I get doing this on my own is I did the windows. Now with the windows, like I said, I did use a square file to make sure they get good cut out, or they're squared up. And so right now all I'm doing is just taking out the little bits, blow on it. I've already looked at this window quite a bit. So something I might do a little different, instead of cementing this piece, is I'll actually actually no, that wouldn't be too bad of an idea. I can cement this piece, because with some windows you got to be very careful. But as you can see, I can get in there and get in here pretty good and get these guys. Now what I will do is, before I get it, make sure it's good and set, is I will probably actually have to add a little bit more CA, because CA does also, after a second, start to dry out when you get it pretty down like that. So, and then like I said, I just add dollops, nothing crazy, and, or do like that, and then just like so. And then I use my tweezers, make sure I'm lined up. If I have to, I'll use my hand just to make sure I'm lined up, like so. pretty darn good. Then I'll just set it down and press onto it. Now, like I said, if I thought there wasn't enough, I'll just go back through and just dribble some of that on. So, there you go. So I'm going to get back to work on finishing these guys up, and I'll show you what they look like when I get done. So, see you in a bit. Okay, guys. I've got done what I can get done. I still have a guardrail decking and that I got to get on there, but like I said, I've had these photo etches for so long that some corrosion got into them, water or something, and they're just going crazy. But this is supposed to be there, so that's one thing I'm gonna have to do, and they should be in next week. But hey, check that out, guys. Now I know it looks a little pretty well lined up. I'm gonna wait for it to get good and dry to get everything, but that's some nice little extra detail, huh? So yeah. And oh, on this door here, sorry, on this right here, I had to put this beam on this side because there just was not enough room. I didn't want to lose any detail of the door, so I put it on the opposite sides of the door on the beam. So there we go. So I got one more side to get done, and with the other things, I'll show you this. This is starting to get dry. Let me see if I can put my hand behind it there to help. But yeah, it's starting to dry out, so I'm really looking forward to this. So hopefully I'll get to put some paint on it tomorrow, and we'll go from there, guys. So let me get the other side of the shuttle bay done, and we'll keep going. Okay, guys. Well, the photo etch that I have that I can use is into the shuttle bay, and there we go. So a little bit over time, but there you go, guys. So now I'm gonna let these just don't break and get dry and start working on some other things. So when I figure out what the heck I'm going to do next, I will definitely share with you guys. Alright, guys, so what I've decided to go ahead and do is, I'll show you, is I'm starting to do the detail work on things that I can do without having to get the ship built, because there are some places that I'm going to have to put her together somewhat just to get her built, but I'm getting the photo etch that I can do quick, easy, and out of the way. So, now I'm just working on the hatches, and FYI guys, these are easy. These can be a pain. Let me try to turn it. So, basically those go over the airlock doors, and I'm going to keep going at it. So I'll show you when I get it done. Alright, let me see if I can bring this in for you a little bit. So here is one airlock. There we go. And same on the other side of the ship. And here is this airlock. So, cool. So just a little bit, and yeah, that's what we kind of want to do. So, now that I got those done, I'm going to probably start working on the Arboretum, and I will share with you what I get done with it. So, I will be back. Well, good Wednesday, and back at it. Hope you guys got some rest. I hope you had a good night. And I'm going to leave it at that, because one thing I don't like talking right now is politics, and that's that. I like building, so that's what we're getting back to. So, did do a coat of primer on this, and now I'm going to go ahead and do black, just flat black, and then I'm going to probably go through and do some dry brushing just to highlight this. I don't want to, I want to keep some of that black in there. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do. I also have the turbo lifts masked off, and I'm going to paint these and then come back and do a little bit of blue, or I haven't decided because I do have blue SMDs. And the other thing I'm working on is masking again, because I need to get some primer down. And this is for the main part of the shuttle bay right here. And let's see if I can do this. There we go. So when it does light up, all we'll get is light through here and here. So I still have to do a little bit of light blocking on this piece anyway, but that'll be easy. And then I'm going to start working on getting ready to get some things out of that. Also, I'm going to start drilling out the water on the Arboretum. So I want to make that look even a little bit better. So I have things I'll do with that. And just so you guys know, these did get good and well and dry. And now the great thing is, the pieces that the photo etch is on its way. So yay, hopefully I can get more done and get this finished up this week. So that's kind of where we're at. I also ordered some T.B.I. I've never used it before, but I'm going to take the word of the gentleman at HDX, and I've had problems with decals, definitely, yes, sticking on photo etch, so I took the advice and I ordered some metal primer. Problem with the metal primer is it's not going to be in anytime real quick, but hey, gives me a chance to do a lot of other work, because when I get this done, the photo etch that goes in here, and then there's a nice decal that goes with it, but I'm going to have to mark out and mask off where I want to stay, make sure I keep it white, or at least back here. Make sure I don't paint block that too much, and probably not. I'm probably not going to do really any paint blocking because the photo etch will do a lot of it, but I definitely need to get a good coat of white to help with the reflection or the ambient light going to those decals. So yeah, so that's what I'm working on. So when I get this up and ready to go and get things primed and started painting, I will share with you when I get back. But this is the monotonous part of doing kits this size, is just all the little things you got to get done and the little details. So yeah, but hey, we're still going. So I'll get back with you guys in a bit. Okay, no painting done yet, but getting there. So let me show you this, guys. So basically, all I did is I took my Dremel and a small good drill bit, and I actually used a drill bit to help router these edges out, router these down, and then I'm going to go back with my sand stick and my file and smooth that out. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and put some Bondo in these holes and get those all ready to go and get working on this. Also, like I said, I want to start doing some painting, but I want to make sure I get some things squared away before I get started on the painting, like making sure all my masks are done and all that. But it's like I got like 20 different things I want to get done, and I keep jumping, so I gotta stay in focus. And right now I'm focusing on the Arboretum a little bit. It's a nice little break, and then once I got stuff going on to dry, we'll get this primered and light blocked and keep working. So I will join you again when I start getting on some more colorful paint, and we'll go from there. Well, good Thursday morning and getting some things taken care of. I am working on removing the Elmer's glue that I used to help mask off some things, and some it works great, especially on the bigger ones, but in the smaller ones, not so well. But hey, it is what it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the bigger sections on this and leave the really small ones. So keep your fingers crossed. Also, I've gotten the first bit done on the turbo lifts and on the top of the shuttle bay. Now I'm going to go through here and do some hand painting, maybe a dark gray or a lighter gray, I haven't decided yet, or maybe even a blue line just kind of running through, just to get a little different color. And yeah, so I got to put a clear coat, sorry guys, got to put a clear coat on this, and then I can take the tape off. Also, got reading the instructions on the photo etch. Now it wants you to put the photo etch, especially here for the observation windows, into the model section and then fit this into it. But I'm trying this. I want to see, I wanted to first get it laid out right, because I really don't want to have to sand much on this, and there's ways to take care of that, but easier part. So I went ahead and laid them on there. I also did get another piece of photo etch done, and got the putty laid down on the arboretum floor and getting there. So I'm going to get back to work on this, and when I get more done on it, I will share with you. Okay, yeah. So, going to see how it looks and touch up if I need to. But now I'm going to go ahead and go and spray some clear blue on the back to help diffuse the light a little bit more and see how it looks before I put the cloudy decals that go on here. See if there's any little touch-ups I got to do. And you might be going, well, you know, it's the ceiling. There's not going to be much seen. But true, but just me. I like to try to get as much done as I can. So let me get some clear blue on this and the turbo lift tubes and keep working. Oh, and yes, I did use liquid masks on the side of the shuttle bay. These little guys. So get them at least. My plan is to get the primary color that I want on them, and then I'll mask the whole thing off when I put it into this, because I go right here, and then that way I can mask these sides off, done, and I still got to put these lights in and then get them masked, and then I really want to try to save most of the painting on this, except for there, till the whole ship's built. So yeah, it's slowly getting there, and my other plan is to start getting light blocking done on the secondary hull and finish up with the saucer, so I can start getting some more parts put together. But yay, we're getting there. I'm getting there anyway. Alright, well, it's Thursday afternoon. I got some things done, and then power went out while I was working on different things. So I have paint block, and now I'm getting the reflective white on. But yes, power going out sure sends a wrench in the plans, but hey, it's alright. So I got to finish doing white on that one, then I got to paint this nacelles, and then I got to finish paint blocking these guys. So just show you guys, I am still working now that the power's on, but yeah, power not being here kind of throws a wrench in the plans. So back to work I go. Alright, light blocking still going on with the primary hull and the sections for that, but I want to share with you what I did get done. So I went ahead and on the shuttle bay doors, I went ahead and did masking on it, and then I went ahead and did clear Tamiya red and clear Tamiya blue. So you get something like that. And let me get my handy dandy phone light out. Excuse me. Yep. So I can show you that, guys. Now let me turn the light off here and try to block a lot of that out, but there you go. So that's going, and also the arboretum top is now done. Let me get the light back on there for you. And I went ahead and just left it, and then I touched up some of them, but I was like, yeah, it looks pretty good. So I went ahead and did the decals, and yes, I did do clear blue on it too, just to give a little bit. And oh, the shuttle bay turbo lift doors are now done. So while I am waiting for things to get to the next stage, like I said, I'm just now starting to get the whole paint blocked and going, and getting other things, because at some point I need to start getting lights. And for the rest of the shuttle bay, even though I'm waiting on an edge part, I'm going to do this where these pads are here. I'm going to go ahead and do it in a buff. That's the closest I can see to it, and if it's not, oh well. Again, like I always said, guys, this is your model. Paint it the way you want, the way you feel. But I did add a little color to the top of the shuttle bay just to give a little change, and then I'll do the buff for the pads, and that's what the main color I'm going to use for most of the walls, with other colors, but not too many colors, but a few others. So I'm going to keep working on the primary hull and getting things paint blocked, and I'll come back when I can get some more done with you guys. Well, good Friday morning and another great day. So I got a good mail call last night. I ordered a lightning board, a lightning effect board, and they came in yesterday. So the fun part is I got to get it all put together, but I'm going to try out and see how well it works. And got most of the stuff paint blocked, so hey, I'm hoping to start getting stuff put together to get ready for lighting and other things. But I'll be back when I get this working. Alright guys, while I'm waiting on the fiber fill to start drying so I can finish up the fog, I'm going to try something I've never done before. So as you guys can know, this is the shuttle bay bottom. I went to HCA Model Works and they have masks to help do the shuttle bay, so you don't have to use that decal. You can actually paint it so you can make sure it gets lit. So the underside's masked, and I did just a light flat yellow, but what I'm talking about is I have never done one of these transfer tapes. So bear with me guys, and I'm gonna get started and I'll try to show you what I can as I go along. Okay, I've gotten the first sheet off, and I have unfortunately got hairs on it. Yeah, that should be okay. So it calls putting this on some cloth to help take the tackiness down. And now I'm just going to do that. Get it all down. And I'll just peel it up. And I will take the back of the decal off, as long as it sticks. And my handy dandy X-Acto. See if I can't get this piece of paper off. Okay, so like I said, I've never really worked with this before, so I got to make sure nothing is causing it to not do what it needs to. So I'm making sure all the air bubbles and stuff. And now let me see if I can do this again, because I'm just trying to lift things up that I didn't want it to lift up, like. There we go. Slowly take it off, like so. And now I'm just going to line it up. And the great thing is he put holes in to help you line this up, so you could see, to make sure you got a good line on it. Looks like I do. So, I mean, I got 3 more of these, so I'm going to see how this does. Because like I said, I've never done this before with transfer. I mean, I've used masks a lot, but not these. So, slowly, trying to, ever so slowly, get this off. And there's probably a better way to do this, but yeah, you know, it's me. So I'm slowly peeling that back. Cool. And I'm probably going to have to do it again because I messed it up. I didn't get the holes exactly lined up like I needed to, as you can tell. So I'm going to get this one removed and I'm going to try yet again. I'll come back. The one thing I forgot to share before I try this again is make sure you trim down the mask so you can see how big it is, and you want to try to get as close, just like decals, as close to what you're wanting to do instead of having that big piece. So I'm going to get this trimmed down and I'm going to try for take 2. Okay, got it on. I went ahead and I've had the decal cut out just so I can see the areas I want to paint, or I want to hold the paint too, just to make sure I get them right. So here we go. You guys will be with me on this. See if I can get this thing to let go. And it is a very delicate process that I'm finding out. So like I said, just like I said, I'm just slowly. Sorry if I'm not in camera. Let me zoom out. Sorry about that, guys. So it is pulling some up, but that's fine because that's what we want. But as you can see, I'm just slowly, ever so slowly, getting it out. Like that. Okay. That one is now down. And now the fun part. Getting it off. So make sure I keep the parts that I want to keep and get rid of the parts that I don't. So I'm thinking, because there's that line. So very slowly, guys. Sorry, this is a little boring, but hopefully watching me do this, you guys will be able to do it a heck of a lot better than I have. Because like I said, I've used paint masks a lot, but I've never actually transferred one like this. As you guys know, I love using Aztec dummy paint masks. So, and this is from HDA. It's not done by Aztec Dummy, so I thought, what the heck, I give it a shot. I saw it on Boyd's channel, and I was like, what the heck, I'll give it a shot. And just the slow process of just taking it off. I'm sorry if the light is giving you guys issue, but just like that. And okay, so that's the next part off. Alright, so as you can tell, the inside of this is actually all clear and just the edges. So let me see how this is supposed to work, because those stay on. Those, okay, so I'm just using my X-Acto to gingerly lift. As you can tell, sometimes, even though I used my card to help make sure it was firm down, it sometimes will lift. So again, just gonna easy, and then as you can tell, part did not want to stay tight, so I have to make sure that's staying down, because it needs to stay down. Cover. Really? Alright. we go. And there it is. So now the areas that I want to make sure stay yellow are yellow. And yes, I am going to be lighting this for sure. I'm going to do the sequence for the shuttle bay. And I'm going to take these guys like so. Do that. Make sure that's there. There. So now I can go in and save them. Now, when it comes time, I'm going to cut the stay clear out of this decal and put it right there. But there you go, guys. It a little bit, but hey, it's fun. Let me see if I know that yellow is probably crazy. So there we go. There you go. So that's a cool little mask. I really like that. So with that, guys, I'm gonna get back to some more work and hopefully have something really cool to show you when I get this done. Or get a lot more done. It is Friday after all, so I'll be back. Alright guys, I know it's Friday and I got a lot done and still got a lot to do, but started showing you the facts. So it's Friday and I wanted to show you guys something cool to end the week with. And here you go. There's both of the grims I did. And see if I can zoom in without it going out of focus on there. The lightning board, like I said, I got from another company, and it actually looks really cool. Wasn't too difficult, and I think it adds that effect onto the fog where the lights kind of start, the lights are breathing, and then you got that lightning, and then the fire. Let me see if I can get a little closer for you guys. So there's that. And yeah, I like that. And then, like I said, I did pulsing SMDs for their eyes. And there you go. Let me get back here. Alright, with that, guys, I want to wish you a very, very happy weekend. Have an awesome week next week, and I'll see you back on the bench for more Enterprise.